Coffee Break Swedish, Season 1, Episode 15. Hej och välkomna till Coffee Break Swedish. Jag heter Mark.
Och jag heter Hanna.
Hur mår du, Hanna?
Jag mår jättebra, Mark. Hur mår du?
Ja, jag mår jättebra idag. Vi är väldigt glada att ni är här med oss.
Jättebra!
Och jag är väldigt glad att du är här med mig.
Och jag är glad att vara med dig.
So I'm glad, or we are glad that everyone's here. I'm glad that you're here with me, and you're glad to be here.
Yes, I'm glad to be with you.
With me. Excellent. Well, we are here for another lesson of Swedish, and this lesson is going to be a little bit different from previous ones because there's something that we've got to get through. There's something that is perhaps not the most exciting subject in the world, but it's exceptionally useful, and that is numbers, days of the week, months of the year, all those kind of things that are very, very useful for coping in any kind of situation in a Swedish-speaking part of the world. So, Hanna, have you got anything exciting for us today with this lesson?
You're really selling it, Mark. But like you say, it's really useful, and I thought this is a chance also to practice a lot of pronunciation.
Excellent.
You remember how much you like to say sju, for example. It's going to be a little bit more of that.
Okay, I do remember when we've been doing some prices recently that we've got things like huttihu, so I'm looking forward to some more sevens and other numbers. Shall we get started? Ska vi börja?
Ja, låt oss börja.
Perhaps to begin with, we should just review the numbers from 1 to 10.
Yes, så 1.
1.
2.
2.
3.
3.
4.
4.
5.
5.
6.
6.
7.
7.
Mark, 7.
7.
Bra, perfect.
So what did I do wrong first time?
I think it was a bit of a more shorter U sound, so 7.
Okay, so let's hear it again.
7.
7.
Bra.
Okay.
8.
8.
9.
9.
Och 10.
10. Okay, so I'm going to try saying these from 1 to 10, and you can comment on my pronunciation, okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Bra! And you said perfectly 7.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you said 9 and 10, like even better than I did now, because it was how a Swede would say it when they speak quickly. So it's almost like an E on the end instead of O.
Right.
So when I speak correctly, I say nio,
Okay.
tio. But when I speak quickly, I say nio, tio.
Right, okay. I was listening to something the other day, I think it was a song, and they were saying Nia in the song. I'm guessing that's where it's coming from.
Yeah, good. I like that you do extra curriculum.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm swatting up when we're not doing the lessons.
And I think you should all do that.
Yeah, and what we should maybe do actually is, in fact, we've got this already. We've got some Tune for Tuesday playlists on Spotify. On the website at radiolingua.com or coffeebreaklanguages.com, we've actually got some Tune for Tuesday articles, and this was when every Tuesday we were posting songs in different languages. So you can find the Tune for Tuesday playlist, which features a number of Swedish songs on there as well.
Excellent. I think music is such a good way of learning a language.
Could we say jätteviktigt?
Really important?
Yep.
Yes. Jätteviktigt.
Okay, jätteviktigt. Okay, let's move on and look at some other numbers, because obviously we need to count higher than 10. I'm going to guess that 11 to 20 will probably follow a particular pattern, and then we're going to be into a fairly regular pattern from 21 onwards. Is that correct?
Yes. So between 11 and 20, you're going to see a pattern. Our teen numbers in Swedish ends with a ton.
Okay.
And then you're going to have 20 to 100. You're going to see a pattern there as well.
Excellent. Well, that makes sense. I guess these patterns are going to help us remember the numbers. But as you said, it's also going to be a good opportunity to do some pronunciation practice too.
Yes. So should we start with 11 to 20?
Sounds good. Okay, let's hear them.
Okay. So 11. Elva.
Elva.
12.
12.
13.
13.
14.
14.
15.
15.
16.
16.
17.
17.
18.
Can you say that one again?
18.
18. We'll come back to it.
Yep. 19.
19.
And the last one, 20.
20. Okay. They were making perfect sense. 13, was it 14, 15, 16, and then we had 17. But what was the one for 18?
So it's 18.
That's a different sound from the word for 8.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if this is the reason, but I can imagine that åtta, when you have a vowel on the end, it just sounds a bit long and clunky.
Okay.
So it's it's changed to 18.
18. So how do you spell that?
ART.
Ah, right. Okay, so it's still quite a long vowel, but it's not the O, åtta. It's
No.
18.
And I think the R can be a bit difficult to get it right for a non-Swedish speaker.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then 19 was easy enough. And then 20 was?
20.
20. And how are you spelling that?
So it's one of our lovely sheer sounds. So it's TJ.
Ah, right. TJ. So it's 20. Okay. So let me have a go at these. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Bra, jättebra.
Any problems in there?
No. I was just going to say, when I speak quickly to a Swedish friend, I say 20, just so you recognize that. If somebody speaks quickly, they might have an E on the end instead of an O, so 20.
So it's like Nia and Tia.
Yeah, exactly.
20. Okay. It makes me think of the Scottish familiar name for someone called Hugh, which is Shuggy.
I know. It took me ages to understand that Hugh could be Shuggy.
Excellent.
Yeah, I had somebody in my class called Shuggy.
Shuggy.
And we were teasing him about that.
Okay, so what happens after 20 then?
Okay, so I think we start with practicing from 20 up to 100.
Okay.
And then we go back and just do 21, etc. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So 20 we already know is, now I was going to say Shuggy. 20.
20.
And then you have 30.
30.
40.
40,
50,
50,
60,
60,
70,
70,
80,
80,
90,
90,
100.
100. Okay, the good thing about all of these words is that I know what they mean because we're counting. So it makes sense. So they all seem fairly straightforward. It's almost like following the same pattern all the way through.
Absolutely. And I think the only difficult thing or thing to remember is that it's spelled with an O on the end, all of them, but we drop them. So while I say 30, it's spelled 30.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, so now you know those numbers, the big ones. And I thought we would talk more about 21 up to 29 then.
Okay.
And you're going to see a pattern here as well. However, 20 is a little bit specific because if you listen to me now how you say 21, we say 21.
21.
So 20 turns into sh. So it's almost just a noise, a sound.
Uh-huh. 21. So does the same happen for 22?
Yes. 22,
22,
23,
23,
24,
24,
25,
25,
26,
26,
27,
27,
28,
28,
29.
29. Okay. So does 30 stay as 30 or does that... Do you swallow something there as well?
No. So the rest of the numbers are just the way it sounds from the beginning. So it's 38.
38, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39.
Ja, precis.
Okay.
You got it. Excellent.
I don't think we need to go through all of these numbers between sort of 30 and 100, but give me a few. Let's give the listeners a few to translate. Just pick some numbers between, in fact, pick any number between 11 and 100. Let's do 5 of these and we'll give our listeners some time to work them out and then I'll have a go.
Yes. So if I ask about 17.
I think that would be 17.
Bra. 56.
56.
Bra. 28.
Would that be 28? No. It would be 28.
Ja. I mean, people would understand you if you said 28. You sound very proper.
Okay.
But you will never hear anybody saying that to you.
Okay.
They would say 28. What about 11?
I think that was 11.
Ja, bra. And the last one is 97.
97.
Bra, perfect.
Excellent. Okay, so we got to 100. What about 200?
Very simple. 200.
200, so the 100 doesn't change.
No. 200, 300, 400, 500.
So are there no exceptions?
No.
Excellent. I can't believe this. Well, okay, let's take it further. What about 1,000?
1000.
So 1000. And with 1000, do we have to say 1000 or 100, for example?
So let's say that you would buy something for 100 kronor. You would just say 100 kronor.
Okay. 1000 kronor as well.
And the same with 1,000 kronor, 1000 kronor.
Mm-hmm. And does tusen change if we have, for example, 2000?
No, this is Swedish, Mark. This is simple.
Excellent.
It's not Danish. It's not French.
I was thinking about this because I do know that Danish numbers are extremely complicated. Even just the 100, the 1 to 100, because you have 4 times 20 and something like that. I can't quite remember what it is, but I'm very pleased to hear that Swedish numbers are very straightforward.
No, you're lucky that you are learning Swedish. Danish is lovely. But when it comes to numbers, it's very complicated. Yeah. So just be happy that you're learning Swedish.
Okay. What about years? I mean, we've now done 1,000. So can we apply this to years?
Yes, and I think this is what most of my students just have a little bit difficulty with always, because in English you would say 1987, and we say we have to say 100 in it. Okay. So if you would say 1987 in Swedish, you say 1987.
Right, 1987. Could you say 1987?
No. So the only way you can say it is the way I just said it.
Right. But if you were counting 1,987 coffees, then you would say 1,987 kaffe?
Yes, in this instant, you have to say ett. So you say 1,987.
Right, okay. And if there were 143 kanelbullar, what would you say there?
143 kanelbullar.
Right, so you only use the ett when you're talking about 1,000, is that correct?
Yes.
Right, I'm just getting it all sorted in my mind.
I just had to have a think about how many kanelbullar that was. That's why I was hesitating.
Yeah, I think the result would definitely be indigestion. But anyway, is there anything else we need to know about numbers or dates or anything like that?
Well, it changes a bit what I just said when it comes when we come after 2000.
Okay.
So, yeah, because we can say both 2020 and 2020.
All right. Okay. So 2020 or
2020.
2020, but not 200.
No,
okay.
That's too much. I'm sorry that we're doing this in 2020, so we have to. But okay. You can't say, we don't say 2020, for example. We don't do 2020. Okay. You say the whole thing, but you can say either or. I normally say 2020, but you can also say 2020.
Okay, so let me try both of those. 2020 or 2020.
Ja, bra.
Good. Right, this has been a huge amount of information to take on board. So we're going to take a short break there, and we will be back in just a moment. I would say probably around, 33 sekunder?
Bra, sekunder.
Sekunder, I was guessing there. 33 sekunder. We'll be back with the remainder of this episode.
All the Coffee Break Swedish podcast episodes are free, but did you know there's a full online course available?
We offer video versions of the lessons where you see the words and phrases on the screen of your device. There are lesson notes providing further information and additional vocabulary, and a bonus audio episode for every lesson.
To find out more about our online course, go to coffeebreakswedish.com.
Welcome back. Välkomna tillbaka. We are learning some numbers today. And so far we've learned pretty much every number that we'll ever need, plus some years as well. So what's next?
To be able to speak about dates in Swedish, we have to learn the ordinal numbers, and they are a little bit difficult for non-Swedes, I think. My students always have problems with them and they hate them. Sorry.
Okay, you're really selling this now.
It's not so bad. I always try to say that to them. It's not that bad. What are you worried
So the
about?
ordinal numbers are the first, second, third, and so on, yeah?
Yes. So if we just go through them and see how you feel about it.
Okay.
So first is första.
Första. Is that an RS in there?
Yes.
Okay, första.
Good pronunciation, Mark. Första. Andra.
That sounds strange because it sounds like other.
Yes, and for non-Swedes, it might not seem to have any connections with två.
With två, yeah. Okay. I'm just thinking of the German andere, which means other. So andra. So is it first and then the other? It's like the first and the second.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is actually.
Okay. So andra,
Tredje.
tredje,
Fjärde.
fjärde,
Femte.
femte.
Sjätte.
Now that's confusing.
Yeah, this is often where my students start to cry.
So sjätte,
Perfekt, bra.
but that's sixth.
Yes.
Let's hear seventh.
Sjunde.
Right, so we've still got a hu in there. Sjunde,
Bra. Åttonde.
åttonde,
Nionde.
nionde,
Tionde.
tionde. Okay. I liked some of them. I liked some of them a little less.
You can't just avoid the 6th of every
I know.
month because you can't. You don't like to say it.
Yeah. So första, andra, and then it was tredje,
Ja.
fjärde,
Fjärde.
fjärde, femte, and then the sixth was
Sjätte.
sjätte, and I think seven was sjunde,
Bra.
åttonde, nionde, and tionde.
Perfekt. Bra.
Okay. We use these then with dates.
Ja.
So how would we say the 4th of August, for example?
And we always have to say den in front of it. Den 4 augusti.
Right. Okay. So we have to use this ordinal number, the 4th of August. We can't just say the 4 August.
No, that's what my students always try
Yeah.
with me. And I'm saying, no,
No.
that doesn't work.
So den fjärde, and you said what August was?
Augusti.
Augusti. Okay, right. We'll do all the months in a moment. But one question I have is what happens after 10th?
Okay, Mark, it seems like you want to learn more.
I think we have to, unfortunately.
Okay, so if we go up to 20,
Mhm.
so 11,
Elfte,
12,
tolfte,
13,
trettonde.
14,
Okay, I'm liking this, a pattern.
Mhm.
Fjortonde,
15,
femtonde,
16,
sextonde,
17,
sjuttonde,
18,
artonde,
19,
nittonde,
20.
tjugonde. Okay, that's good. Those
You
ones,
can do this.
apart from the elfte and tolfte, is that right?
Ja,
The f sound in elfte and tolfte, is that a V or an F?
an F.
Right, but it's a V in the actual numbers, elva and tolv.
Yeah, so you have 11, 12 becomes 11, 12.
Right. Okay. 21st to 31st, I guess we need to do too.
So you already know the första, andra, tredje.
Mm-hmm.
So we just do 21.
Oh, okay. 21, 22.
Ja. 23.
24.
25.
25, 26.
Bra, 26.
27.
27.
28. 29. Oh,
No.
no, not 19. 29.
Bra.
70. No, how could it be 2010th? 30.
30, bra.
Ah, right, okay. And then 31st.
Ja, 31. 32.
Okay, well, we're not going to the 32nd of August.
I realised
definitely
it
not.
sounded funny, and I was like, yes, it's because we don't have 32 days in a month.
Okay, well, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. There are two more things we need to do in this lesson. First of all, the months. And finally, we're going to do the days of the week. And again, apologies for all of this vocabulary. It's not the most fascinating lesson, but we've got to get through it. So let's learn the months, please.
And the months are really easy for an English speaker. So is January,
Januari,
February,
Februari.
Mars.
I'm seeing the RS in there. Mars.
Perfekt, Mark. April,
April.
maj,
Maj.
juni,
Juni.
juli,
Juli.
augusti,
Augusti.
september,
September.
oktober,
Oktober.
november,
November.
december.
December. Okay, I was pleased to hear those last four. Right. That's great for the months of the year. Can you just finish this off with the days of the week, and then we'll know everything we need to know about numbers, days, and months.
Okay. So we start with Monday. So måndag.
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 Bra. It's an å there.
Måndag.
Perfekt. Tisdag.
Tisdag.
So when I speak quickly, sometimes I drop the G, just so you're aware of it. So,
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that. So could you say måndag?
ja, precis.
Okay.
Måndag och måndag.
Mm-hmm.
Tisdag och tisdag.
Tisdag.
And the next one is onsdag.
Onsdag.
Or onsdag.
Okay.
Torsdag.
Torsdag.
And often when I speak quickly, I would even say torsdag.
Torsdag.
Fredag.
Fredag.
Och fredag.
Mm-hmm.
And lördag.
Oh, right. That was a surprise. Let's hear that again.
Lördag.
Lördag. Oh, wait a minute. We've got lördagsgodis, haven't we?
I hoped you were going to say that. I was thinking that is the most important day of the week.
Because we had fredagsmus
Mm-hmm.
and lördagsgodis.
So do you remember what is fredagsmys?
Fredagsmus is when you sort of cuddle up with something to eat and watch television.
Yeah. We'd be so fun in Sweden. And lördagsgodis.
It's when you get your sweets, your candy for Saturday.
Yes, because you're only allowed to have that once a week, and that's on Saturdays.
So lördag.
Ja, lördag, and the last day is söndag.
Söndag. What's the vowel there?
It's an ö, so söndag.
So that's O with two dots.
Yes.
Söndag. Okay. Right, I'll try these. Måndag, tisdag, onsdag, torsdag, fredag, lördag, söndag.
Bra, jättebra.
Right, okay. What I think we need to do is finish off this lesson with a little bit of a test. Now, we're going to do 10 full dates, and those are going to be, for example, Monday, the 24th of August 2020. So we're going to have a day, a number, and a date, and a year. Okay?
Yes.
And we'll do 5 of these from Swedish into English, and then 5 from English into Swedish. And this will test me, and it'll test all our listeners to see how much we've learned in this episode.
So, the first 5 ones are in Swedish. Number 1. Lördag den 17 september 1988.
Okay, I think you said lördag den 17 september 1988, which would be Saturday, the 17th of November, 1988?
Yes, except September. You said
What did I say?
November.
November, okay. Okay, sorry, the 17th of September, yeah. Okay.
Yes. Number 2. Söndag den 31 december 2001.
Okay, I'll practice this again. Söndag den 31 december 2001. Sunday the 31st of December 2001.
Perfekt, bra.
Okay. Go for it. Nummer 3.
Nummer 3. Onsdag den 22 april 1974.
Can you say that one again?
Onsdag den 22 april 1974.
It's quite hard to remember these. So I think you said onsdag den 22 april 1900, and I don't know whether you said 74 or 44.
I know those two are difficult. So one is 40 and one is 70, but when you say it with other numbers, it is difficult to hear it. I said 1974.
Okay, so that would be Wednesday, the 22nd of April, 1973.
Nästan. It was 74, but
74, sorry.
Otherwise it was perfect. Good.
I don't know how I got 73 there.
Nummer 4. Tisdag den 5 januari 2015.
En gång till.
Tisdag den 5 januari 2015.
Okay, I've started writing these down to help me. It's going to be easier. So that was tirsdag den 5 januari 2015.
Ja, that's one way of saying it. I said it differently, so well done.
You said 2015.
Ja, 2015 eller 2015.
Okay. So that was Tuesday, the 5th of January, 2015.
Perfect. Bra. And the last Swedish one, nummer 5. Fredag den 28 februari 1999.
En gång till.
Fredag den 28 februari 1999.
Okay, that was fredag den 28 februari 1999, which would be Friday, the 28th of February, 1999.
Perfect, bra!
Jättebra, jättebra. Okay, so now we're going the other way, and this will possibly a little more difficult. Take it away.
Sure you can do it. So number 6 is Thursday, the 15th of May, 2020.
Thursday, the 15th of May, 2020. Okay, I'll have a go. Thursday, the 15th of May, so that would be torsdag den 15 maj 2020.
Perfect, bra!
Okay.
Number 7, Saturday, 6th of July, 2005.
Okay. I think this would be lördag den 6 juli 2005.
Perfekt, jättebra. And well done for the sjätte.
Sjätte. I was thinking, is it sjättende? But no, I think it's just sjätte.
It's too easy.
Okay.
Number 8 is Sunday, 12th of October, 1985.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that would be söndag den 12 oktober 1985.
Perfekt, jättebra.
Okay, I think we've got 2 more to go.
Nummer 9. Wednesday, 21st of November, 2018.
Wednesday, 21st November 2018. Okay. I think that would be onsdag den 21 november 2018. 18.
Bra vid 2018, but not the 21st.
Oh, yeah. 21.
Ja, and you can say 21, but
21.
it's fine with 21.
Right, so I'll try that one again. Onsdag den 21 november 2018.
18.
18. Okay. I'm guessing people would understand me if I said 18, but yeah.
They
18.
would, and it's just me wanting you to sound perfect, Mark.
I appreciate that. I'm a perfectionist too.
Yeah. And the last one, nummer 10. Monday, 11th of March, 1648.
Wow. That was some time ago. Okay, would this be måndag den 11 mars 1648?
Perfect, jättebra. So now you can talk about, I don't know, history and old
dates,
kings and queens with Swedes.
Excellent, excellent. Before we finish, Hannah, I've got 2 dates for you, 2 important dates, okay? The first date would be lördag den 6 april 1974.
Okay. And you want me to tell you what happened then?
Yeah, well, what date is it, first of all? And then you can tell me what happened.
Okay, so it was the Saturday, was it the 6th or the 16th?
Sjätte.
So 6th of April,
Mm-hmm.
1974.
What happened on the 6th of April 1974?
Well, for me as a Swede, only one important thing happened in 1974. I wasn't even born then, but let me guess that ABBA won with Waterloo in Eurovision Song Contest.
Absolutely. Jättebra.
The only historical date I need to know.
Indeed. Well, there's one other date, and that would be onsdag den 8 Oktober 2006.
Ooh, okay. So we have Wednesday, onsdag, the 18th of November, did you say?
October
2006. I don't know. What could have...
This is less to do with Sweden and more to do with Coffee Break. This was the launch of Coffee Break Languages.
Sorry. But
That's okay.
I wasn't here then, I would say.
No, you weren't.
I wasn't in Brighton when ABBA won Waterloo either, so I'm sorry about that.
We'll let you off. Okay, let's finish things off there. As we explained at the beginning of this lesson, it was quite a difficult lesson to get through in the sense that there are lots of things to remember. But as we said, lots of the patterns will help us, and hopefully you now are confident with your Swedish numbers, dates, and days of the week. You can check all the written version of this in our lesson notes, which are available, of course, at the Coffee Break Academy. We provide lesson notes, a video version of the lesson, and also a bonus audio recording, which we're just about to record. And you can find out all about this at coffeebreakacademy.com.
And you can also find us on Facebook. Just search for Coffee Break Swedish, and we post regular content to help you build up your cultural knowledge of all things Swedish.
You can try out your numbers and your dates there in the coming weeks, so make sure you head over there to do that. Thank you very much. Tack så mycket. We will be back next time when we'll be continuing to learn more useful Swedish. But for now, hej då!
Hej då!
You have been listening to a production of the Coffee Break Academy for the Radiolingua Network. Copyright 2020 Radiolingua Limited. Recording copyright 2020 Radiolingua Limited. All rights reserved.